Breaking news out of London this morning. The UK Supreme Court has delivered a serious blow to the campaign for Scottish statehood.
The Scottish Parliament does not have the power to legislate for a referendum on Scottish independence.
So, Scotland cannot hold a new independence referendum without approval from the British Parliament. Scotland has been pushing the semi-autonomous government there, pushing to hold a referendum again next October. A tight vote back in 2014, that led to a no vote and the country stayed within the UK, but there's been a push ever since. And let's bring in Ashley Burke, who's in London covering this. The reaction we're getting from Nicola Sturgeon, the Scottish First Minister, this morning, what does she have to say?
Yeah, Heather, this decision by the UK's top court, it comes as a blow to Scotland's nationalists. Scottish voters rejected independence in the plebiscite back in 2014, but the Scottish government has argued that this should be revisited. And the Scottish National Party said that a lot has changed in the last 8 years, not least Brexit, which Scotland opposed. So Scottish First Minister Nicola Sturgeon had this to say today about the decision.
Achieving independence is not now just desirable, it is essential if Scotland is to escape the disaster of Brexit, the damage of policies imposed by governments we do not vote for, and the low growth, high inequality economic model that is holding us back.
Sturgeon says that she's disappointed with the ruling, but that she respects it and she has little choice. The only way for a legal referendum to happen now is if Sturgeon convinces the Prime Minister to agree to it.
It's also a potential test for the new British Prime Minister, and he's been facing questions in Parliament this morning. Prime Minister's questions for Rishi Sunak. What are we hearing from him?
Well, UK's government has said that the last vote that happened in 2014, where 55% of voters said they wanted to stay with the UK, that vote should last for at least a generation. And here's what the Prime Minister said this morning.
What right does a man with no mandate have to deny Scottish democracy?
But, Mr. Speaker, when it comes to Scottish democracy, I'm pleased that the Scottish Government has one of the most powerful devolved assemblies anywhere in the world. And I'm pleased, and I was pleased, very shortly after becoming Prime Minister, to be the first Prime Minister in over a decade to attend the Council, to sit down with the First Minister, to explore ways in which we can work together with the Scottish Government to deliver for the people of Scotland.
Now, we are expecting to see rallies in Scottish towns and cities today in response to all of this.
Thank you very much, Ashley Burke in London.